Can you break down for me how'd you get your rapper name? Like how did all? Because I don't know the backstory. I don't know context.
Well, I always been Fat Joey since I was born. I was born and raised in Forest Projects in the South Bronx. Uh, I've always been chubby since I was a kid, and all the girls would play with me and call me Fat Joey. So that I've owned that name,
Hmm.
right? Like I took ownership of that, Fat Joey, and my alias, my most famous alias is Joey Crack. So people would think I got the name Crack from selling crack, but I actually had that name before the drug even came out.
Hmm.
It was every time the teacher would tell me in the classroom to get up and write something on the board, the crack of my ass would show. So the chicks would bother me and be like, Joey Crack, yeah, Joey Crack. And that's how that became my name, Joey Crack. And I started writing graffiti, my name Crack Tats, and it's still with me.
That's wild, man. That's wild. I've never known that backstory. So how about you? We first off went on your IG live, and I got to say this, man. There are a lot of people as this whole new technology age comes out who just kind of are sitting back and saying, I'm going to let this world run away. But you've been running towards it. You have Van Jones on before you have me. Take me through why you started doing all this and who have been some of your best guests and what do you think have been some of your best shows that you've had come out on IG Live?
Well, you was definitely one of them. Me and you, we talked. I'm besides music, basketball is my life. You know, I don't know if people know that there's actually a documentary out on me coaching in Harlem. It's called The Blackout, the
Mm.
game that never happened, the blackout between me and Jay Z. And so in the streets, I'm like the Bobby Knight of coaching. You know, uh, and my record is like 99-1. I got like six chips at the Rucker, and this is in the heyday. So basketball is my life. So when I I went on with you and I could talk to you and this is what you do, and we just wander off. But the people who looking at it, they enjoy it because they're like, wow, these guys have a real passionate talk about the game. And what's crazy is my brother Nori. Nori's one of my best friends,
Hey,
and Nori hit me
Nori.
up.
Nori. Yeah.
Yeah, Nori hit me up after mine in your interview and was like, "Yo, man, I didn't know you know so much about basketball." Like I was like, "Yo, Nori, that's my life." And so what I try to do is, first of all, I'm a workaholic, so I don't know how not to work.
Mm.
They canceled all my shows, but meaning stage shows because of the coronavirus. I own businesses in New York, sneaker stores up NYC. They shut those down because it's only essentials. So I'm in the house going crazy. I think this is my 14th day of quarantine. So I think I quarantined before everybody. I took this really, really serious. I have a friend that lives in China, and he was like blowing up my DM, like, yo, get the mask. M9 is coming. M9 is coming, it's coming. So I got the mask, the gloves. We went to like 7 supermarkets. We stocked up on everything. Plus, you know me, I take care of my mother and father. So I, I had to get half the groceries for me, half the groceries for them. I'm more scared for them than me, right? So I said, everybody's home. We might as well just start bugging out with the people. And it started out just me having random regular people, yo, are you quarantined? Getting the message out. And now all my famous friends are like hitting me up, like they going in. So last night we had Sean King. He's an activist. I
Yeah.
love him. He's always on the streets.
Hmm.
Sean King, and then we had Amber Rose.
Wow.
Amber Rose ain't want to get off, man. And
Uh-uh.
my wife is right there. I was like, this woman's gonna get me in trouble because she talking some other stuff. Yeah. So I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, all right, Amber, thank you. She's like, what do you mean? We got all day. And it was just lit. Before that, we had Van Jones, Ari Melber, we had Nori, Steve Rifkin, Michael Blackson,
My
and
man
every
Steve
day it
Rifkin
just
out
got
in LA. Yeah, I love Steve, man. Legendary.
Steve Rifkin's the man. He Loud Records. He discovered Big Pun. He discovered Mobb Deep. He discovered Wu Tang. He discovered the Alcoholics. MOP. I mean, Mobb Deep. I mean, Steve is he's my mentor in the music business. So every day we try to have, your average person who's stuck in the house. Some people get on here, they sing, they rap. We got a guy, he sings, his name is Kenny Sway. He sings every day. So every day he comes on the show and he sings. Hey, I mean, this guy might be the best singer in the world. Like, so he's like our mascot. So, so every day people come on and they start rapping and they singing. So I think we're gonna make like a artist of the week, the Kenny Sway Award,
Yeah.
because he's the originator. He's been killing. We might give out the Kenny Sway Award to whoever's coming up in the game. And we just trying to have fun. You got D Nice, you got all the DJs. Everybody's just using this social media platform to just inspire people, man, to get out there and try to make this as normal as possible.
Who's had the best lit party thus far, right? Because I've seen so much. I mean, D Nice had me on a bottle of wine, just like you caught me that night, like 11:30 at night, wilding out with 100,000 other people.
Let me tell you something. D Nice is the king of Instagram Live. And he started out his first 5 days, he had 200 views, 400 views, and then it went into like 100,000. And oh my God, my daughter was going crazy. My wife was going crazy. We was going crazy. And he was shouting out Michelle Obama. And then he was like, Joe Biden is in the house. And Bernie Sanders in the house. And NASA. He
What?
was like, yo, Zuckerberg's in the house. Forget rappers. It's singers. He had Sheila E. Everybody, man. Deborah Cox, Stephanie Mills, whoever you name was on there rocking. And we all felt like, so what's crazy is, first of all, he's always been one of the greatest DJs in history. But everybody ain't know him like that. So now you're a regular person, you are Johnny 1 2 3 BK, right? And you in the party and you commenting, and right after you come Spike Lee, and right after that come Diddy, right? And you like, oh my God, it's lit. Like, uh second biggest moment for IG Live, and I've been, and tell me if I'm using foul language, if I can't, I'm not gonna curse, but I've been an Instagram thought, so I've been on everybody's live. You know what I mean? Like I can't get enough of it. And tell you the truth, I don't do social media on a regular note, but I'm stuck home and it's lit. So I've been on everybody's. And one of the illest things, top three things I've ever seen in hip hop history was the other night, Swiss Beats and Timberland battled.
Yes, the battle. Oh, Joe, tell me how does this affect the music industry?
Oh man, it's killing us. It's killing us. I mean, I canceled about 15 to 20. Well, they canceled 15 to 20 of my concerts. That's how most artists pay their bills. They can front for you all they want. Of course, we have different business ventures, but you're as good as your last show. So that is killing everybody, right? And we live astronomical lives where we pay tons of bills. We take care of family just like you as an athlete. You got to take care of Aunt Becky. You got to take care of your cousin who ain't got nothing. I know your phone is ringing and they want to borrow a G because they ain't got it, this and this and that. And everybody looks to us to support everybody. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you can't move around, you can't do your shows. Record labels are closed. Every business deal that you thought you was about to do is on pause.
Hmm.
So I mean that's where it's at. So
How do you make how do guys make money from Spotify? How do artists? I mean, how obviously
well,
internet
it
changes
streams
everything.
Spotify, Tidal, Apple. Uh, that might be a plus. I think everybody at Netflix is making a killing because we watching Netflix every night, or Hulu, Amazon, and people stream it. And they invented a new thing where you get paid less from an actual physical. Like if somebody went and bought a CD back in the day, you would make more money than if they stream it. But you got so many people streaming, and streaming is actually free. So every time it gets a play, a bunch of little pennies pile up, and you get paid from it. So that's how people get paid from Spotify.
It's wild, man, because so many. I always feel like this life has been shared between athletes, entertainers, right? Like every every athlete I know would have a studio in their crib. They would want to be an entertainer, and then
Everybody.
everybody, and then I would see you coaching at the Rucker, and I swear you on the court like you about to be a player too. Like, take me through some of your top Rucker moments, the top Fat Joe Rucker moments.
Well, that's easy. The game of all games was we played a game against a team. The coach, his name was Tony Rosa. Tony Rosa is actually a better coach than me, but I had the juice. So, players would want to play with me, after the game. We're going to eat steaks and lobsters. You know, uh, I was actually number one in the world when I was doing it too. All my songs, What's Love, Lean Back, it was like number one at the time. Um, and I knew a lot of NBA players, which was hard because you got a bunch of NBA players who one don't want to get hurt, their teams don't want them to get hurt. They're rich as shit, and it's the summertime. They on their vacation. What's gonna make somebody fly in from LA or fly in from Chicago to come play? So that was hard, but I was recruiting all winter long. I was recruiting, going to NBA games, stay after the game like a groupie, begging everybody. The one player who never came that I really was begging to come was D Wade. I wanted D Wade out there on the court. I know he would have destroyed everybody, but my best game was, so Stephon Marbury played every single game for me. This is when he used to make $22 million a year.
Starberry.
Starberry was out there every game. And truth is told, I know his brother Zach never made it to the NBA, but Zach was a blue collar workhorse out there in the Rucker. They was like Wacko Zacko. Zach, you not the what? Like Zach wanted a problem. Like he was like rebounds and defense, and he started a fight every game. Like, yo, Zach, calm down. Like, maybe it was like a Napoleon complex because of his brother. But we had a game. It was against a guy who eventually I stole, and he became one of my star players, Adrian Walton, who I say he was the most undiscovered talent of the Rucker. He should have been in the NBA. And one time I remember I brought AI out there, and he saw A Butter play. He was like, "Oh my God, who's that? Like he's supposed to be in the league, because he had that wet shot. That three. He was league caliber, but he was hanging out a lot. So we went up against them, and we had a triple overtime. And I remember we was down 2, and Steph took a shot, and the park lights turned off. I never knew. At a certain time, let's just say 10 o'clock at night or 11, the lights cut off. The shot went in the air in the dark. The dark turned off, and the shot went in, and we won the game. And they were protesting the game. Yo, the lights, no. Like,
Yeah, that counts.
Running on it. No, this was crazy. I mean, this was triple overtime, and they was just going. And my favorite player in the whole my whole experience in coaching was Kareem Reed, and simply because Kareem Reed from Arkansas, of course he had that spin move that nobody could stop. But more than that was his IQ of the game. He was so brilliant, so smart. He knew when to pull it back. And the big problem with cats that play street ball is they're very, very talented, but a lot of them ain't so smart, bro. And they could feed into like whatever's going on, and they don't listen to the coach. Like I've had guys I got to do jumping jacks in front of. Listen to me. This is the pick. This is like, because they're not that bright like that. But Kareem Reed, maybe from college experience, he was just so smart. He would always make the right play at the right time.
Yo, I saw you in the Stephon Marbury doc. I know that KD and
I haven't seen it yet.
Yo, it's legit. It's real. I mean, just that kid is so. I mean, he's not a kid. He's so different, man. He was so special. I don't think people recognize it. Even for him to have the thought that says, all right, this is what my legacy is going to be in the United States. I'm gonna go create and establish a new legacy over in China and build a multi-million-dollar business over there.
Well, what happened with Steph is he got a bad rap. And Steph, I haven't seen the doc, but Steph, by far, when he was playing in China, could have gave the business to anybody in the NBA. I don't know because I haven't seen the doc why he was blacklisted or why they did that to him but uh his talent was so incredible and he was so strong. And I know other players, I put it on blast. My brother Mike Bibby used to be like, yo, I don't want to play against Steph.
Mm-hmm.
He's too strong. I don't want to, I'm bruised up the next day, and mommy, call Lovey because they keep calling. Lovey keeps calling my phone. Call him. So I'm sorry about
You're
that.
all good, brother.
That's the Loveys, man.
This is how it happens. This is the new life we got.
The new life, they blowing up the phone. So now, what I'm saying to you is Steph, uh, family guy, took care of his whole entire family. I mean, 40 people. His mother was an incredible person, his sister, his father. I mean, Sebastian Telfair lived in the same building in the project. And we would go see little Sebastian, and he was so proud of him and be like, yo, this is my little cousin. He gonna hit the NBA. And we would go to Sebastian's games. And I mean, Stephon Marbury, I consider him one of my best friends on earth. Somebody, it's an honor to be his friend. It's an honor to be his friend, and I'm proud of him, man. He's out in China. He's spreading the word. He knows more about this coronavirus than anybody in the world. So I hit him in the DM. What you think, Steph? What's going on, yo, Steph? What? And he fills me in. He lets me know. But talented was incredible. I'll tell you one thing. I remember the night the Big Pun died. Rest in peace. And Steph was a finesse player. So Steph want to pass, the infamous no look pass. He
No
would
way.
spin and throw. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! Oh God! Right? So Steph would want more like to look like it's a dunk and just finger roll it. Everything with him was like beauty. And that night, I can't forget. We watched the Nets play, and Steph was playing the night the Pun died. And he called me. He said, "Yo, my brother, I'm sorry," because he used to be with us every day. And he was like, "I'm sorry. Watch the game." And man, he stole the ball. He made a breakaway, and he did a 360 windmill.
Yeah, bounce.
Boom.
Bounce.
And then when he landed, he pointed up to the sky for Big Pun. Brother, I mean, I caught chill. Right now, I'm catching chills telling you this. I was just like, oh my God. Because I know that's not Steph. He don't even like doing that. You understand what I'm saying? So when he did that, I knew he said, yo, I'm going to do something so crazy for Big Pun. The people, my people, they hurting. Let me give them something. Steph is a special guy, bro. He's
Joe,
a special guy.
on your IG Live, you got a chance to ask me a deep question. I have to ask you one deep question, man. That
All right.
that bond you had with Big Pun, man, was so. You guys were family. You was brothers, man. Can you explain a little bit about what that experience was like?
But I'm going to tell you deeper than what you told me. I went through a deep depression for 2 years. And I went to see a psychiatrist every Thursday. And Fat Joe definitely at that time thought he was tough, the toughest guy in the world. And I couldn't break out of this depression. And I remember nights sleeping in my tub, staring at the ceiling, like, yo, I just couldn't figure out how to get out of this depression. And I would go, and the therapist helped me so much. And I would get upset if my wife was going with her friends to dinner or something and she smelled good because I wasn't taking care of myself. I gained a lot of weight. It's hard, man, to lose a brother that you love so much like that. And then everywhere you go, they remind you. So if I went to Miami to try to like go on a vacation to try to get away from thinking about Pun had passed, The way to be like, I love your brother. I love the people in the car. Yo, rest in peace to your brother. Trying to show love, but not knowing that they kept triggering uh, the depression. And it wasn't until 2 years later. Uh, we every year we do this wall for pun in the Bronx, where we do a big pun in memory of pun, and the Tats crew do it. Bio, BG, Nicer, and 2 years later we was out there and we was doing the wall, and two guys walked by, and it was at nighttime, and one guy told another guy, he said, "Yo, what they doing?" He was like, "Oh, they do that every year. That's for big pun." He was like, "For real?" He was like, "Yeah." He said, "Damn, it been like 2 years." And I swear to God, in my mind, it said 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. That's all I heard, like an echo chamber. 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. And I said, you know what? I said, I hurt myself enough. I beat myself up. What if I mean, it's 2 years, Joe? You got to wake up. You got a family, people who need you. You got a career. Just represent for pun from now on. But you and I snapped out of it that night.
Just like
That
that.
that's it. Like a movie. It was just that night I snapped out of it. I didn't need therapy no more, nothing. I said, yo, stop beating yourself. It's over, bro. Like you put yourself through, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
man.
you
Yeah.
went to the dark side. You put yourself through it, man. Like you did it. You killed yourself for 2 years straight.
Let me lighten the mood because you mentioned his name a while back. You said Mike Bibby, and I know you guys are boys. I remember watching something. I think it was on MTV Cribs, man, where you show him a pair of Air Maxes that were like just off this world. And then I
Yes.
got to ask you because I have some quick questions for you, Joe. But I want to, all right, give me your top five Air Maxes of all time because I know you're a shoe savant.
Man, I'm the Air Maxes I really love is the 9.5s.
Nine five.
That's it. Those are really the Air Maxes I love the most is 9.5s. Now Mike Bibby has the biggest sneaker collection I've ever seen in my life. He was Team Jordan. So it's rumored he never took a dollar from Jordan. All he would do would get paid in sneakers. So I went to his house one time. He was begging me, come to my house. I'm giving you some sneakers. Come to my house. So I go in there. The man got 10 locks on the door, right? In his house. 10 locks. He opens the door and I see sneakers I have never seen in my life, Jay. And he said, yeah, get what you want. So I run and I grab like 5 pair of sneakers, but they one of ones. There's something that
Mm.
only real sneakerheads would. It was incredible, priceless. And the man put me in a chokehold. And he started choking me. And I'm like, yo, and I don't know if you've seen Mike Bibby lately. He's
Yo,
cocky.
what?
He's
What?
swole. So he's yoking me up. I'm like, yo, Mike, what's up? Yo. Nah, fuck that. You went for my best sneakers. So his family's like, Mike, because I'm family with his mother, Dane, his sister. They're like, yo, Mike, calm down. Nah, y'all don't know. I don't go to his house and take his platinum plaques. This guy knows what he's doing. So he wound up giving me one of the one of ones. And Mike Bibby, man, that's my brother, man. I love him, man. He's a beautiful guy. He's been checking on me every day. His family's my family. But Mike Bibby has the biggest sneaker collection I've ever seen in my life. Right now, present basketball player is PJ Tucker.
Yeah,
He's the illest in the game with the sneakers
he's
right
on
now.
it. He's on it. All right,
He
I got five quick questions for you. I need
all
quick
right.
answers, right? This is our little speed round. Okay. Best baller who's a rapper in the game right now.
Damian Lillard,
Okay. Best rapper who's a baller.
Dave East.
Dave East.
Oh man.
Rapper
You
that
see Dave East play ball,
no, I
you be
haven't seen
like,
Dave
this
East
guy
play
should
ball.
have been in the league.
Really?
Bad. Bad. I mean, his hops is like his form. The minute you see him, you be like, this guy was supposed to be a baller.
I'm getting
Chose the
Dave East on
wrong,
the show next.
chose the wrong job.
I'm getting Dave East on the show next. Okay. Rapper that is the worst baller.
I'll give you DJ that's the worst baller. DJ Clue. Hey yo,
Oh,
Clue swears he comes with the headband, the
the
knee
mouth guard.
braces. Yo, Clue, yo, Yo, man,
He's
God
gonna hate
bless
you for this
DJ
one,
Clue.
Joe. He gonna hate you for this one, though. That's tough.
No, I love Clue. He's my brother. But Baller, he got to stop. He got to stop.
All right. Best artist out right now.
Ooh, best artist out right now. I say Roddy. The best young boy is Roddy Ricch.
Yeah.
You know, I love his album. I listen to him. Best female singer out right now. I got a 3-way tie.
Okay.
I got Summer Walker, I got her, and I got Snow Allegra.
Snow Allegra is on a different level. That's like my smooth, calm down tunes.
Yo, she Sade reincarnated.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my 3 in the R&B world. That's all I can say. Roddy Ricch right now, he got it for the young boys.
Okay. And my last question. This is a real question because you're from there. You represent the culture. The athlete that the streets represent the most. The streets have the most love for what athlete?
Allen Iverson.
All time.
AI has the Tupac effect, where he won't sell his soul, he won't change. Every night he tried to break his legs out there. He gave it his all. The love that Philly has for him in the world. I mean, AI used to sell out clubs in Miami and New York. I mean, clubs that rappers would sell out. It'd be like, yo, AI hosting tonight, and it'd be cheese lines down the block, and everybody have his jersey on. No basketball player ever has been quote unquote have that love of the people.
Joe, I appreciate you being a real one with us, man.
Love you, my brother. I got to get you back on my show real soon again. All
right? I want to be invited to the birthday party when we get out of this thing.
Nah, I got that. When we over this, we going to turn up.
Done.
Big.
I'm in, brother.
The boat's going to be so big.
Woo, I'm in.
We going to do it big. All right, my brother.